Violence. When you think lowly of yourselves, you act lowly. Black on black crime, the history of the phrase. The earliest modern references to black on black crime came from the black media. In 1979, both Ebony magazine and Black Enterprise magazine featured articles on black crime. Ebony stating, although the black community is not responsible for the external conditions that systematically create breeding grounds for crime, the community has the responsibility of doing what it can to attack the problem from within. And Black Enterprise magazine said, you might not know it from reading all the daily newspapers or watching the evening news on television, but most big city crime is committed by blacks upon blacks. On the surface, you may not see an issue with the above-mentioned references to black on black crime, but the quoted black on black crime is put under the microscope and used as an excuse to create more aggressive policing policies, higher rates of incarceration among black people. Black on black crime is actively being used to counter the notion that there is systemic racism. We as a community must remove that term from our vocabulary. Every time we say it, we are reinforcing the narrative that we are inherently violent. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. Just as God hates sin but loves the sinner, we can call out the senseless violence in our communities, all without perpetuating this damaging narrative. The narrative is that black people are committing crimes against themselves or causing harm in the community. There must be something wrong with black people. That's the conversation, unfortunately, that we're still having, and that is the racist legacy of the past repeating itself. It is worth repeating. Black people are not uniquely predisposed to commit crimes against each other. Crime is genuinely just racially segregated based on a number of factors. Most people commit crimes against people they either know or live near. Research shows that black and white households that lived in poverty were much more likely to be victims of crime and were victims of crime at similar rates. Unemployment is far higher for black people and always have been by at least 60% since data collection started in 1972. Redlining, which is when banks refuse a loan or insurance to someone because they live in an area deemed to be a poor financial risk. These practices that target black communities have deprived entire neighborhoods of their economic viability for generations, leaving whole communities without resources necessary to leave those neighborhoods. Although we are rightly angered at the murder rate in our community, we must not turn our backs to the them that perpetuate the crimes. We must unite to bring about change within the community. We must find ways to start to heal the daily traumas that are visited upon us. Now it is time for us to do some house cleaning. We have looked at some of the issues that keep us from our fullest potential. Now we have to make a commitment to wake from the state of complacency, which has lulled us into becoming reactionary instead of proactive. Moving us forward, onward to the next Greenwood. We can do it, but it really does take a village. I think the following verse sums up what our posture should be moving forward. 1 Peter 3:8 through 12. Finally, all of you have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, a tender heart, and a humble mind. Do not repay evil for evil or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless, for to this you were called, that you may obtain a blessing. Thank you for listening.